Have you ever thought about what really happens when you step back and your presence fades from her world? It's a journey that not many people talk about, but many go through in silence, where each moment without you sheds light on what she took for granted. Today we're breaking down the stages of this journey, one by one, where her understanding changes and grows. That's not all. This is about your growth and strength during her journey. Each pause and space you create strengthens your core, rooting you deeper in the principles of Stoicism, being calm in tough times. There is strength in solitude and a quiet wisdom that turns absence into power. If you want to learn more about the profound effects of stepping away on both you and her, watch this video. We will examine this journey from both perspectives, demonstrating how the power of your absence can be more powerful than any words. Before we begin, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon to stay informed about new insights and strategies. Allow us to begin. The first shock was the silence. The story begins with the initial shock, the shock of quiet. She might have anticipated a response from you, such as reaching out, making amends, or attempting to maintain the connection, but instead she encounters a resounding silence that conveys a profound message. The Stoics teach that strength often appears not in dramatic reactions, but in calm restraint and self-control. By staying silent, you're embodying that strength, a strength she might not have fully seen before. This quiet response shows a level of self-respect and emotional composure that only comes when someone truly values themselves. You're not moved by her actions or pushed by her expectations. Instead, you stand grounded, calm and unshaken as time passes. She begins to feel your absence on a deeper level. The reality of losing you sets in with an impact she didn't expect. Suddenly all the moments she took for granted, the steady presence she counted on, are gone. Each day your silence grows louder, highlighting the void left behind, and the realization begins to form. Losing you wasn't just a passing event, it was a loss of something. You were irreplaceable, a person of integrity, self-respect, and control qualities that are hard to come by. So how do you react? Do you reach out to ease her discomfort? The Stoic view would tell us to stay calm and remember that our acts are based on our own peace, not on how other people feel. You can talk to her when the time is right, but don't ignore her. For example, if she reaches out, you could respond calmly and acknowledge her message without giving in to any emotional pressure. A simple response like, "I hope you're doing well. I've been focusing on my own growth lately," shows her that you've been moving forward based on your own strength and that you value her, but you respect yourself enough to stay calm and keep moving forward. Number 2. Rewinding the memories. Once the silence dies down, she begins to play back the memories like scenes from a movie. Every shared laugh, every heartfelt conversation, and every moment of eye contact comes flooding back. But this time, the memories aren't just joyful ones. It's impossible to deny that memories carry loss. She is remembering these events with new eyes, and each one is stronger than the last. She also feels a sense of finality that she didn't expect. The concept of memento is central to the practice of Stoicism. To remember that you will die, or mori, is to remember that everything, including people and events, is short-lived. Stoics taught that being aware of this helps us value what we have now and not take it for granted. For her, though, this reminder has come too late. The laughter, support, and stability you gave her were all short-lived, but she didn't realize how valuable they were at the time. Now, with every memory, she feels the loss of what you brought to her life. As she reflects on these moments, she is filled with regret. Why did she fail to recognize the quiet stability you brought to her life? Don't think about how strong you were to stay cool, collected and supportive, even when things were tough. Every memory now serves as a lesson in lost opportunities and unappreciated qualities. She understands that what she had with you wasn't straightforward to find. It took patience, understanding, and emotional strength, which can only come from someone who really values themselves. What should you do when she comes to this realization? Stoicism tells us to focus on what we can change, our own actions and thoughts. You don't have to hold on to anger or bitterness. Instead, let this be a time for you to reflect on your own life. By valuing the lessons you've learned from the past, you can carry them into a future that fits with your self-respect and values. For instance, rather than lingering on the past or anticipating her realization of her losses, you could concentrate on personal growth. This could mean working on personal projects, spending time with people who value your presence, or just living in a way that boosts your own self-worth. By doing this, you're honoring the strength and value you brought to that relationship and showing that you don't need others' approval to be yourself. If she does, that's fine. Reach out. Remember that you've accepted these events as lessons, even if she feels bad. Take a moment to think about this journey of memories and the lessons it teaches you. What thoughts cross your mind when you consider the lessons she's learning through regret and realization? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, or if you'd rather keep it simple, just type, "I value my journey." Either way, know that embracing your own growth is a powerful step forward. Let's keep watching. Number 3. Missing what she missing. What she once ignored. Once she forgot about you, the memories fade, leaving behind a quiet, unshakable emptiness. It's not just an emotional void, it's a profound lack of support and stability that she once relied on, but may not have fully appreciated. Each day, this void grows stronger, reminding her that you weren't just a passing presence in her life. You were an anchor. The strength you provided was a unique connection. She thought you'd always be there, until it wasn't. The Stoics talk about sympathy. Real strength and growth stem from a sense of connection to others. Undoubtedly, we all share a connection with each other, yet genuine bonds founded on mutual respect and understanding imbue them with a depth that is difficult to replicate. Your presence in her life gave her steady, calm support that she may have thought was normal at the time. Now that you've left, she understands that only a true bond with you could provide her with such depth. As she navigates this void, she faces the reality of her choices and realizes that she couldn't find anyone else who could give her the same calm strength and stability you gave her. There is a cause. She may have spent her time with other people or distractions, but none of them provided the steady, supportive foundation you did. It becomes clear that what she once overlooked was something much more rare and meaningful than she realized. How do you react to her realizing how important you are in her life? The Stoic path tells us to focus on our own growth and to remember that while connections are valuable, they shouldn't stop us from moving forward. Her realization and regret may be deep, but your strength will get her through it. Your strength now rests in understanding that your value is independent of whether she perceives it or not. You've always understood the importance of genuine connection, and you can now proceed with this lesson in mind. For example, you may choose to continue building relationships with others who recognize and appreciate the stability and understanding you bring. By embracing the idea of sympathia, you're open to finding connections that truly resonate with who you are now. Connections based on shared values and mutual respect. You don't need to return to a past relationship to find depth and meaning. Instead, you can create new bonds that honor the strength and integrity that others might have once taken for granted. In the end, her realization may serve as a powerful reminder for you too, a reminder of your own worth and the importance of surrounding yourself with those who value the quiet strength you bring. The void she feels is her lesson to learn, but for you, it's a testament to the resilience and depth that only come from walking forward, grounded in your own self. The fourth step is to respect and understand your freedom. When freedom feels like a burden. She may have chosen independence because she thought it would give her the freedom and happiness she was looking for, a life without rules where her identity could grow without being harmed. She may have seen this as a chance to reinvent herself and make her own world. Being free from other people's bonds, including your own, felt wonderful at first, like a fresh breath and a road full of possibilities. But as the days turned into weeks, that alone time became more and more difficult. The road began to reveal the subtle ache of emptiness, a stark contrast to the once powerful thrill of independence. Hollow, like a big open area where no one can share the view. Stoics think that independence, which they used to love, starts to feel less like freedom and more like being alone. Community plays a crucial role in instilling in us the importance of strength and independence, but it's not the only aspect. Stoics think that the best part of life is not being alone, but making connections with other people that hold us down and give us the strength to face life's challenges. Yes, independence is important, but even the Stoics knew that the best way to live a life is in partnership. You were that grounding force for her, a balance of independence and companionship, a partnership where freedom didn't mean separation, but rather space to grow together. This kind of bond gave her a unique freedom not to escape, but to grow within a shared life. Now that she feels a quiet absence of that bond, she feels more vulnerable. The solitude she chose carries a weight she's not accustomed to. It's one thing to choose to walk alone. It's another thing to realize that by doing so, she has left behind someone who added depth and warmth to her life. Your presence once filled her life with a warmth she now misses, a contrast that makes her own choices feel colder and more isolating than she expected from this experience. Think about what the Stoics can teach you about what true strength is. Being independent is only one part of being strong. Understanding our innate need to connect with others is also crucial. Maybe this phase taught you the strength of self-respect and the value of knowing your own worth, even if someone else had to feel your absence to realize it. Think of it like a tree with deep roots. The tree grows tall and strong, but its roots keep it stable and protect it from every storm. The tree could stand without these roots, but it would be unstable and affected by light winds. Relationships give us the grounding we need to be our strongest selves. They build resilience through mutual respect and shared values. It's not your job to wait and hope that someone else sees how valuable you are. As you think back on this path, it's to grow within yourself, to build your inner strength, and to stand tall, rooted in your worth, whether they see it or not. I want you to share your story in the comments. How have connection and community helped keep your life in balance? You have the option to express your ideas in the comment section below, or simply write, "My worth is deeply rooted." Your experiences matter, and by sharing them, you may help someone else on their path. Let's move on to the fifth insight, which is the realization of your undying value. Realizing your unwavering strength finally dawns on her, the strength you carried with such ease. She used to ignore your calmness, but now she can't help but remember how you were always steady, never swayed by impulsive reactions. She's starting to understand that this wasn't just inaction or apathy, it was a deep strength, a calm that came from somewhere else, and a rare sense of self-mastery. She now knows what it really was. Apatha, a state in Stoic philosophy, frees individuals from feelings that interfere with their daily lives. This isn't about not feeling anything. It's about keeping your emotions in check instead of letting them run your life. You naturally follow this concept. While others may have been angry or impulsive, you were calm and collected. Now that she looks back, she can see how that quiet strength set you apart. You were the steady presence that didn't have to be dominant to make a point, a strength that became so clear when you weren't there. As she thinks about it, she realizes that your calm wasn't about detachment, but about self-mastery. You weren't indifferent, you just had control over your thoughts, words, actions, and feelings. She longs for this calm now, a calm that held a quiet confidence all by itself in a world full of drama and rash decisions. You embodied a balance that now feels irreplaceable to her. So what do you do when she finally realizes this about you? You could reach out, try to rekindle the connection, or let her know you're still there. But the Stoic path encourages you to stay rooted in your own strength, to live in alignment with your values and principles, regardless of others' reactions. This doesn't mean you need to close the door on her or anyone else. It just means that your self-worth isn't tied to her realizations. For example, continue to cultivate this inner calm in everything you do, whether you're pursuing new projects, building new relationships, or simply navigating your daily life. Your focus remains on developing the strength within the calm she misses in you wasn't a show, it was genuine, and now you get to keep growing that strength, not for her, but for you in time. This unwavering calm becomes a part of who you are, an anchor that stays with you, regardless of who notices or who comes and goes. As the Stoics remind us, true freedom comes from understanding that you don't need anyone else's approval to feel whole. In this strength, you embody the power of quiet confidence, the calm she can't forget, but that you carry into a future based on self-respect and resilience. Number 6. She experienced a taste of her own emptiness. At this point, she has a clear picture of a taste of her own emptiness. There's a hole that wasn't there before, a void she didn't notice until you were gone. In many ways, she's witnessing a reflection of her own emptiness, a void that reminds her of the things she once took for granted. She's grieving not just for the absence of companionship, but also for the irreplaceable loss of the true significance and depth you instilled in her life. The Stoics talked about osis, which means making your life more valuable and worth living. This principle tells us that true happiness doesn't come from outside approval, but from taking care of our inner lives and giving ourselves value. Your presence wasn't just a pleasant distraction. It gave her a unique sense of meaning, a richness she now realizes she wasn't nurturing in herself. You didn't just fill time, you offered a deeper connection. You reminded her of the experience of being with someone who possesses genuine inner strength. Without it, she faces her own nothingness. Because she has already let go of something truly important, this stage forces her to see the difference between short-term companionship and a deep connection. She may have thought she could get the same kind of help somewhere else, but nothing seems to fill the void your absence has left. It's painful. Revelation. She gave up something real, something that came from a place of real self-worth and inner value. This is an irreplaceable loss, so how should you respond when she confronts this void? The Stoic path emphasizes self-improvement and respect. Realize that even though her realization may make you feel positive about your own worth, your strength has never depended on her approval. Instead, use this moment to remind yourself how important it is to build relationships with people who truly value and respect the depth you bring. You could focus your energy on creating a life that is full of meaning and purpose based on the values that make you who you are. This could mean deepening your relationships with people who already see your worth, or discovering new interests that reflect your inner growth. For example, you could engage in creative projects that boost your self-respect or make new friends. Each step helps you build a life that you choose, one that is based on your own values and goals. In the end, she may realize what she let go of, but your strength lies in continuing to move forward with confidence in your own worth. As the Stoics say, true happiness comes from taking care of your own inner life and not depending on anyone else to make you feel whole. As you continue on this path, you carry the depth she missed, and it will grow as you have relationships and experiences that reflect your values. Have you ever encountered a scenario where an individual didn't recognize your worth until your departure? Or have you ever had that moment of clarity when you saw someone realize what they had been taking for granted? We'd love to hear your story and reflections. Sharing your experiences can not only help you connect with others, but it can also help others going through similar things find insight and support. Please leave a comment below sharing your thoughts on what resonated with you and how you've handled these moments of self-discovery. I want your peace of mind. Notice something she may not have expected: your peace of mind. Even from a distance, it's clear you found a steadiness and a calm that seems to grow with each passing day. This peace, which you may have worked on during hard times, shines like a beacon to her now. While she struggles with the uncertainty of her choices, you move forward without hesitation, grounded and sure of yourself. The peace she sees in you unsettles her because she knows it wasn't easy. It's a sign of strength, resilience, and growth. Ataraxia, a state in Stoic philosophy, signifies mastery of your mind. The Stoics believe that true peace is achieved when we align our thoughts, actions, and intentions, focusing only on what we can control, and that's what she sees in you now. She sees in you a rare kind of peace, a strong sense of confidence. It's an acceptance of life's uncertainties, which she may not fully comprehend. She can tell the difference between your calm mind and her restless one, and it's in that space that she starts to feel regret. Imagine two ships at sea. Yours sails forward calmly, while hers remains stuck in the waves, unsure of what to do. You're navigating with the help of an inner compass, not having to worry about the wind or the weather, because you know that peace isn't about what happens around you. It's about how you choose to respond in your calm. She sees a confidence she's never had before, a freedom from regret and worry that she hasn't quite figured out for herself yet. What can you learn from this? First, understand the power of self-mastery. Peace is a gift you give yourself, one that becomes unshakable as you build it from within. Your journey doesn't hinge on someone else's understanding of your worth. Instead, it thrives on your ability to remain grounded, knowing your value is constant, regardless of who comes or goes. Imagine you're faced with someone trying to disrupt your calm in the past. You may have been tempted to defend, explain, or convince them of your worth. But now you recognize that your peace speaks louder than words. You've become the person who doesn't need to chase, argue, or prove. This is the state she now sees in you. A calm that cannot be shaken. An inner peace that remains whether or not others acknowledge it. Remember, her envy isn't something to boast about or seek validation from. It's simply the natural result of your growth, while she grapples with her choices. You continue on knowing that true peace isn't about external approval, but about mastering your own mind. It's a quiet strength that, even when unspoken, says everything. Number 8. Awakening to unmatched value. As the days turn into months, she starts to feel a change. At first, she may have wanted to move on quickly to fill the void left by your absence, but in the quiet moments, she starts to understand something deeply important about your true value. The things you taught her were patience and knowledge. Integrity isn't just admirable, it's also very rare. She realizes that while the world is full of people, few have your character and depth. A rate, a principle in Stoic philosophy, signifies virtue or excellence of character. This isn't about surface qualities. It's about the deepest values that define a person's true nature. Your patience, your quiet wisdom, and your ability to remain calm and grounded in both good times and challenging ones. These are qualities that only someone committed to a virtuous life can embody. You may not have noticed at the time, but these virtues were always part of you, while she may not have appreciated them fully before they've now become something irreplaceable in her mind. She sees them as unique, something she won't easily find in anyone else. Imagine she's meeting new people, perhaps even trying to recreate the connection you shared. Yet with each interaction, there's a subtle comparison. She realizes how naturally patient you were, how deeply you listened, how steady you were, even in moments of conflict, where others react impulsively. You would respond with thoughtfulness, where others might only see the surface. You always looked deeper. These qualities that once blended quietly into the background are now something she longs for, traits she didn't know were so precious. Until they were gone from this, you can draw a powerful lesson. Self-respect and the virtues you carry are your greatest assets. You don't have to convince anyone of your worth when you lead with honesty, patience, and wisdom. Your qualities speak for themselves. You've built yourself on a base of inner strength that will last no matter who notices it or not. Let's say you meet someone who seems interested in you but doesn't respect your values or character. You used to try to change or adapt to make them like you, but now you stand firm because you know that your worth isn't based on how quickly someone likes you. Just like AR says, true virtue doesn't waver or change to make others like you. It stays steady as long as you have your quiet wisdom. Knowing that people may need time to understand how valuable you are is okay. It's not necessary for others to perceive you as valuable. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is stay true to yourself, knowing that those who truly see and appreciate you will come to understand your unique value over time. Now take a moment to think about these words. Consider how patience, honesty, and quiet wisdom define you. Can you see how these traits set you apart in a world that often values quick wins and instant gratification? If you've had a similar situation, or if this hits home for you right now, please share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you'd like to, you can also do so here. Just let them know you're on this self-discovery journey. The best thing about me is my values. Number 9. Missing someone. Women long for the stability you gave them when they realize they've really lost you. They miss more than just the memories and affection they shared. They start to crave the stability you gave her, the strength and consistency that helped her deal with her own problems. As she thinks about the calm and clarity you once gave her, and how you had a special way of grounding her when she was feeling overwhelmed or uncertain, it's only now in the quiet moments of reflection that she feels the clear emptiness left by losing the stability you provided. Stability is simple to forget when we have it, but when we don't have it, our longing for it grows profoundly. This realization aligns with the Stoic concept of eudaimonia, which refers to the pursuit of a meaningful and fulfilled life, where a deep sense of inner calm and purpose brings true peace. Living well requires us to provide stability to others, and for her, you were that anchor. You gave her an often overlooked kind of stability, one where she felt safe, understood, and valued. This peace is gone, and she's looking for it again, but she realizes that not everyone can build this kind of foundation in another's life. When you reflect on this change, it teaches you a valuable lesson. The role you play as her foundation is powerful, but it also shows how important it is to stay rooted in yourself. She didn't realize the uniqueness of the calm and clarity you instilled in her until it vanished. The Stoic philosophy stresses self-sufficiency, while it's a gift to be someone's support. Now is the time to apply the same stability and grounding to yourself so that you can become your own source of peace, just as you brought clarity and perspective into her life. Strengthen your own mental and emotional foundation so that you can stay steady no matter who comes or goes. Think back to a time when she was going through something hard, like an overwhelming work crisis or a personal issue. She may have come to you in stress or frustration, and you were the one who helped her see things from a different angle, grounding her fears with understanding and calm. She may have relied on that comfort at the time, unaware of its transformation into a quiet dependency, but now she yearns for its unwavering support, aware that it is irreplaceable. Real security begins inside. Just like you helped her find balance in life's chaos, commit to strengthening your own inner foundation. That way, you'll be ready for life's ups and downs and be at peace with yourself no matter what happens outside of you. This inner strength will not only make you strong, but it will also improve your future relationships by giving them a sense of balance and steadiness that others will truly appreciate and admire. By living like a true Stoic, you continue to be that foundation for others without losing yourself in the process. She may miss what she lost, but you gain the wisdom and clarity to know that your stability is a part of who you are, regardless of anyone else's need or appreciation. The real gift is knowing that you're not defined by what you give to others, but by the strength you build within yourself. As this video comes to a close, let's take a moment to think about the journey we've just been on. Understanding the effects of being away and how taking a step back can bring clarity and change for both of you is crucial. When you pull away, it's a chance to focus on your own growth and resilience, a chance to build your inner strength and self-respect. Remember that this isn't just about making someone miss you. It's about embracing the calm strength that comes from being confident in who you are, even if others don't see it. In the space you create, both of you can come to see what's truly valuable and irreplaceable. The Stoic principles of calm restraint and self-mastery help us through these times because they teach us that true strength comes from a strong belief in our own worth, not from seeking approval from others. Allowing her to sense your absence demonstrates to her the strength of groundedness and solitude. You'll rediscover what you bring to a relationship, nurture your self-worth, and realize that your value is constant, regardless of who is there. If today's video speaks to you, consider what part of the journey resonated most. Was it the realization of your inner strength, the way silence speaks louder than words, or the reminder to cultivate your own peace without worrying about what other people think? Please share your thoughts in the comments and give this video a thumbs up if you thought it was helpful. Thank you for watching and investing in your own growth. If you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on notifications to be the first to know when new content comes out. Before you leave, please watch the suggested videos on the screen to learn more about personal growth, Stoicism, and the power of stepping back. Until next time, keep building your inner strength and living with purpose. See you in the next video.